The Chinese are out. The Baloch Liberation Army has made its point. This is exactly what they want. They want the world to know about the economic exploitation, systematic persecution, and the injustice that the Baloch people face at the hands of Pakistani establishment, which is hands in glove with China. But the story begins decades ago. And to understand what fuels the BLA's attacks on Pakistani establishment, you need to basically understand where this group comes from. The Baloch Liberation Army is an ethno-nationalist militant group. Pakistan is home to twin insurgencies, one by Islamists and the other by ethnic militants seeking secession. The BLA belongs to the latter. They are separatist groups seeking freedom from Pakistan. They mostly operate in Pakistan's southwest region of Pakistan, that is Balochistan. The ethnic Baloch are Pakistan's poorest and most underrepresented people. You see, Pakistan was created in 1947 by religious nationalist leaders who believed that Muslims needed their own country. However, the Baloch and Pashtun ethnic communities did not identify with the idea of religious nationalism. And over time, their reservations evolved into an ethno-nationalist challenge. Up until 1947, Balochistan consisted of multiple chiefdoms, including Makran, Karan and Kalat. The British had feudal allegiance with the tribal chiefs of Kalat, the most powerful of them being Ahmad Yar Khan. And as the British left India, Khan started advocating for an independent Baloch state. Pakistan signed a treaty of friendship with Khan on the 11th of August 1947. However, the British, who were wary of Russian expansionism, wanted Kalat to accede to Pakistan. By October 1947, Pakistan began pushing for accession. On the 17th of March 1948, Pakistan accepted the accession of Kalat's three feudatory states, leaving Kalat landlocked with less than half its landmass. Rumors spread that Khan wanted to accede to India, prompting Pakistan's army to move into Balochistan. On March 26, 1948, this triggered an insurgency which remains ongoing. The insurgency is against the so-called unjust behavior of Pakistan towards Balochistan. There have been at least 5 Baloch wars of independence, fought in 1948, 1958 to 59, 1962 to 63, and 1973 to 77. The current one has been ongoing since 2003. These insurgencies have been brutally dealt with by Pakistani forces who have been accused of committing numerous atrocities. So why has the conflict in Balochistan persisted for such a long time? Despite the province's wealth in natural resources, it is the poorest region in Pakistan with a poverty rate of 65%, a figure that significantly surpasses Pakistan's national poverty rate of 39.4%. Moreover, whenever the Baloch people have tried to raise their voices and demand their rights, the Pakistani government has always responded with extreme force. For instance, in December 2023, the Islamabad High Court had reprimanded the Pakistani police for using excessive force against Baloch protesters. The police had used batons and water cannons to disperse Baloch protesters in Islamabad. They had walked all the way from the city of Turbat to Islamabad to protest against the extrajudicial killing of 4 Baloch people by the Pakistani forces.
Historical background of, let's say, Baloch resistance movement, that goes long back. Even the recent, this resistance has started in early 2000, and within that struggle, that there was always an idea within, among those Baloch armed groups, until the Balochistan is not liberated, no outsider force, let's say, no another country should be allowed to join hands with Pakistan.
For the Baloch, such protests have become routine over the last 2 decades in the face of enforced disappearances, extrajudicial killings, rights abuses, torture. This is a well-documented fact. Further, the Pakistani government's exploitation of Balochistan's resources has resulted in deep-seated grievances among the Baloch population. The construction of the China-backed Gwadar port in Balochistan in many ways symbolizes the economic injustice that the Baloch people face. Engineers and specialists for this project were hired from Punjab and Sindh provinces. And this is despite extremely high levels of unemployment among the educated Baloch population. One of the primary concerns of the Baloch movement is the feeling of isolation that the local Baloch population experiences as a result of the unequal distribution of their resources. Throughout history, the Balochis have been demanding more power, more autonomy, and complete separation from Pakistan. As the situation stands right now, the bloody insurgencies and the brutal state repression is what fuels the Baloch insurgency. The Baloch Liberation Army is the armed wing of this insurgency. The BLA was formed in 2000 and since then it has taken to violent means. Reports say, in fact, BLA has a cadre strength of about 6,000 spread across the province and in bordering areas of Afghanistan. They have repeatedly targeted not only Pakistan forces but also Chinese infrastructure in the region. They say Pakistan has helped China steal Balochistan's resources. Chinese interests are primarily targeted by the ethnic militants seeking to push China out of the mineral-rich Balochistan. The BLA has been marked as a terror group by Pakistan, the UK, US. Despite Pakistan military's crackdown on them, they remain the most popular militant organization in Balochistan. In fact, the Baloch rebels say they aim to intensify their struggle against the Pakistani government. And if these attacks are any indication, Pakistan has a lot to worry about. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.